So now we are going to look at this question. Okay. We're going to look at this question and we want to see, right, over here it says that the table below shows the prices of admission tickets to a theme park. Okay. Whenever I see something like that, right, I will kind of know that this is number. Right? Is it obvious to you? Is it obvious to you? What? Not yet. Okay. The keyword is not yet. It's not no, right? So good that it is not yet and not no. Why is it obvious to me? Because number one, of course, I can see the value. Right? So what are the value? $43, $55, $32. Make sense? And again, I can also see the number, okay, which is something that you will see later when you continue to read. Okay? Now, so anything to write for the first part of the sentence? Nothing, Very good. So now over here it says Mr. Suraj paid. Okay, ignore this 5005. I think I took this from an exam paper. Yeah, so it should be 4705. So they edited this as well. Now, 4705 for admission tickets to where? To the theme park for a group of tourists. Okay, so we know that this is the total amount. Am I making sense here? All right, so we are just going to write this as the total amount, or in fact, I would say that this is the total how much. Agree or disagree? Right, the total amount of money that I have received, or Mr. Suraj has received. Okay, now it says that 2/3 of the tourists were children. So whenever you see that, what are you going to do first? 2 units, so we say 2/3 first, right? If you want, you can just bracket 2 units. Am I making sense here? Right, which is exactly what you have, right? So that's great. Okay, this will not make or earn you any mathematics, you understand? But at least you get started from here. Okay, so never leave it empty. Okay, now if children is 2/3, right? Then of course, what is my hidden information? 1 out of 3. Now, but can you tell me what is the significance or the meaning of 1/3? Is 1/3 adults or senior citizens, or adults and senior citizens? Tourists, where got tourists? Very good. So we put A plus SC. Am I making sense here? I don't know how many belongs to adult and I don't know how many belongs to senior citizen. Yeah. Now, because the ratio 5. Correct. Right. So then should be the adults is 5 units and then the senior. Very good. So the total is very good. The total is 7, right? But what I have over here is 1 unit. Isn't that true? So you realize that there is a difference between this and this. You say, okay, I'm just going to times 7 over here, times 7 over here. Am I making sense here? When I do something to this, I must definitely do something to this as well. Okay? I go on, Well, once I have this, right, it means that I have a new ratio. You understand what I'm saying? Or I have my new how many. The problem, right, lies in this part that I've just started. Why? Because students don't understand why is this 7, why is this 1, then that's when they get confused. But you must realize that we are talking about the same thing. So because we are talking about the same thing, we have to make them the same. So what I have right now is children is actually equals to how many units? 14 units. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Now I want to do now, of course, right, is I want to write down that adults is actually equals to how many units? 5 units. Am I making sense here? So SC stands for senior citizen, right? Is 2 units. Am I making sense? Now, this is the original. You must always remember your job as a student is to bring back to the original fraction or ratio. This is the original one. But what the question did was they simplified it for you. That's why you see a disconnect. Yeah. You know what's a disconnect? Yeah. You see like, hey, why different? Then you panic and then you. So what we want to do is obviously draw, again, number x value if you refer back to your cheat code book. You want to say, of course, we have my how many and my how much. Am I making sense here? Yeah. All right. Or you can say my number and my value, right? So don't be afraid to go back to this. You realize that number x value, right, lies over here. Can you see that? And we always make sure that we multiply. Right? The name of the topic or the name of the concept is called number x value. You realize that? Yeah. So over here, what you want to do, right, of course, is to write down children, adults, and senior citizen. Make sense? Yeah. You sure? Tell me what should I put inside for. Tell me what should I put inside for children. Wait, can I do this? I did number, value, and total. Number, value, and total, perfectly fine. Yeah, of course. I'm just missing out the total. Okay, if you prefer to always have the total table because you are so used to that in before and after, right? Go with that. Okay. Now, what do you have for this? How many? Children is 2 units. Children is 2 units. How do you get children is 2 units? 14 units. So we have 14 units over here. Am I making sense or not making sense? Now, how much is the price of one ticket? $43. Keyword is the word per. That means one ticket is $43, okay? If one child comes for the theme park, then of course it will just be $43. But now 14 units of children means what? What's the meaning of 14 units of children? Is it 14 children or 14 groups of children? It will be 14 groups of children. Now, so how much is it? Just now you were saying that it's 43, right? Yeah. Can you punch the calculator and tell me what is your total?
$602 unit.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, for adults, how many units for adults?
5 units.
Very good.
$55.
Very good. All right. Times them together.
$275 unit.
275, huh? There's 2 units over here for senior citizen. Okay, you cannot say senior citizens are adults, huh? Now, over here, what? How much is it? How much? Just now we say how much, huh? For $32. Am I making sense here? So what do you get over here? $64 unit. Okay. Now, what is my total? Do you remember just now my total?
Yeah,
4705, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that this plus this plus this is equals to 4705. O2 unit plus $275 unit plus $64 unit, okay, plus $64 unit is equals to how much? 4705. Am I making sense here? Okay, you add them up together for me. You add everything up together for me.
Oh, yeah.
You add everything up together, please.
941.
941 what? $941 unit. Am I making sense here?
Yeah.
Now, I say this again and again and again and again. Number X value, you draw, it will most likely 99% of the time, it's a whole number.
941.
Okay, you get 5, right? So you see, a lot of students, they confuse. They don't know, should I do 4705? You tell me, okay? I see whether Anisha remembers what I've said. Should I do this? Don't say first, or like that. Which one? The first one or the second one? The first one, absolutely. You are absolutely right. Am I making sense here? Because you see, my 1 unit doesn't have the dollar anymore. So where did that dollar go to? Right? It disappeared, right? It didn't disappear, in fact, right? All you did was you basically divide it. That means you remove it. Okay? Now over here you get to how much? 5. But it cannot be $5. Why?
Because the asking how many children were there.
No. Why is it not $5?
Because once you do that, you have to minus
Minus
the
what?
dollar sign.
Cancel the dollar sign. Not minus. 5 what?
5 children.
Thank you. No,
Wait.
actually you cannot assume it's children. It could be adults, So you just say 5 people. Every question there are 2 units. 2 kinds of units, right? In this situation, it's either dollar or number of humans. Understand? But you don't put 5 humans. Okay? You put 5 people. Can you understand or don't understand? Now then we read the question, okay? What does the question say? How many children were there in the group of tourists? So how many children were there in the group of tourists? Very good. So that's the reason why, because they want us to find children only, right? So we basically say 5 times 14. Very good. You understand or don't understand? So that's the reason why over here your answer has to be 70 children, and this is your answer for this question.